Good morning. Top of the morning to everybody everywhere. All right, so done a couple things off stream, mostly refactoring, um, mostly making it, yeah, refactoring for multiple players is what I've been working on off stream since the last time. I think I don't really know what I did last stream. I think last stream actually I was just playing in the tournament. I think in the Novea Star Cup. That was the last thing I was doing. I didn't do any editor stuff on stream. Uh, which makes it even more difficult to remember what I did. But today, let's see. The next thing on my list. So still trying to genericize everything for multiple players. So I think the next thing to do. So I think last night I did the hand positions, and I think this is like entirely good for all players now. Sufficiently genericized. And if I look at position, yeah. So the next part is the staging logic, the staging positions. I think that needs to be genericized. Okay, my alarm's gonna go off in 40 minutes. That means I need to do laundry. I cannot forget to throw that in the washer. I mean the dryer. It's kind of the reason why I'm staying awake. Partially, I'm doing another thing too that I need to stay awake for, and then I can go to sleep because I am quite tired. Um, uh, yeah. So, if we take a look at what we're doing here, our blackboard should be just the index. All right, all right. So, okay, so this function, let's actually like take a look at, oops, what was it? Get, oh, right. I put it in here instead of, so, because I thought I would be doing it for each individual player. But I think what I can do, right, is I can figure out, I think I can do this generically. So what occurred to me yesterday is that I could actually, because this is a string, because we're passing in a string, I can actually construct this. So I did that for the hand logic. I should do this for staging logic as well. So, um, what did I name the hand logic thing? Get vector. Oh, I named it for triggering player. So get the nearest staging position for triggering player. We're going to rename this. I'm just going to create a new one. So I'm going to create a new function here. Get near staging position for triggering player. I'm iterating upon my convention for pseudocode here, which is why I'm making all these changes. I mean, I don't need to fix that one because I'm going to delete this. But so this is going to take in. Well, it's actually not going to take in anything, right? Because it's going to be for triggering player. I wonder if maybe I should change this to, maybe it shouldn't be triggering player and we should pass in a player. But I think for now, I think we can keep it triggering player. Yeah, it might be prudent to do that in the future, to change this over to not necessarily the triggering player, just a player, and we just pass in the triggering player. That might make more sense in the future, but I think we can do that refactor later because I don't actually know when I would need that. Because like I don't need the actual position for random players. I would need the actual staging core for that player, but I don't think. Okay, we'll just move along for now. So getting in a staging position for triggering player, it should be very doable to refactor that. Oh shit. And let's rename this in both places. We're going to close off that function. And so it's going to do something very similar, except we're going to be building the name of the point. How does this work? So triggering unit. Interesting. So I was gonna say there's no input for this, I guess. So it's triggering unit position. So there's a variable here at the bottom that gets the triggering unit position. So I forget what happens here. I guess when the staging core is created. Wait, let's take a look at the README instead of the file. When the staging core is created, right? When it's birthed, it gets the nearest staging position. So we're gonna want to change this over. Let's I'm changing my convention here. I don't like that this is like that. It's a little hard to read. Let's just do that. Well, some of these aren't like comments. Some of these are like actual code. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave it all as comments. So, what's going to happen is, so I'm gonna add to do, place with, God damn it, okay, I'm not gonna fix that. I misspelled replace 2 times in a row. I mean, I'm gonna delete this eventually anyway. Okay, so let's close this one so I don't accidentally edit it. I've done that before where I edit the original instead of the new function. No, 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 no. So does this make sense? If it's for the triggering, every time a staging core is created, there's going to be a player associated with the triggering. There's going to be a triggering unit, and there's going to be a player for that triggering unit, right? So I think that that's okay. I wonder if I should change this to 4 units. I don't actually know what units are, but it's whatever. So that's going to be the same. It's going to be the same here. I want to change my convention for this has changed too. I don't want to specify how it's supposed to be used. And I'm not going to say in global var. I'm going to say this returns this via. It returns a string. Maybe I can do like eg00. It returns a string like this. All right, corresponding with the grid here. Returns row column via stage position. So I guess this should say string. It returns a string. Still developing my convention here. Okay, and it's essentially gonna do. We're gonna need to grab the player. It's gonna be very similar to what we did here. So I'm gonna pull this up and move this over here. Oh, sorry, it's not this one. It's in here. Oh, interesting that I put this in a folder, player hand positions. I don't have a folder for all staging positions. I just have the 4 folder. Whatever. I could organize it like that, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It would just be for OCD purposes. It player staging positions. Player hand position, yeah. And then we can move those in there. We can move that in there, and we can create a new README here. And it's actually going to contain this function here. Okay, so similar to this, right? We're gonna get player number as string. Think about this. So does this make sense? The triggering unit, right? Get owning player is the triggering player, right? It's gonna be player. Yeah, okay, so player number string, that makes sense. And the other thing is that this should be it should actually be triggering unit position. This pseudocode is actually like incorrect. But that's okay. We are updating it. This is going to equal this. Huh? Okay, this is weird. For somehow I highlighted the open paren. So it's going to get the position of the triggering unit, just like how we're getting the player. And so what we're actually it's this. That's what that should be, because what we're doing here is getting the distance between the triggering unit position and the position of the place name. So what we should actually do here is similar to this, we're going to build the I guess I have to build every string, right? Because I have to get the point. I have to get every point. Right? Turlaw goes stretch, but I just started. Oh, it's been 20 minutes already. Hello, Turlaw. Good evening. Good morning. Ho ho, game friend. It's time to stretch. The Frank Sriracha stretch starts with touching our toes. If you stretch, I stretch. Ugh. Oh, my hammies. Oh god. Actually touching my toes is tough. All right. And then hands behind your back to stretch out the chest. And then neck to the or head tilted to the right for your neck. Roll along the back to the left. I don't know. Roll back along the back to the right. And then roll forwards, I guess. I don't know. All right, that was a pretty good stretch. If I do say so myself. So, what was I doing? All right, I was trying to figure out, do I need to build the string for all 9 here? Also, why am I doing an if then? Why am I doing a bunch of if thens? Why? Because I am doing the skip remaining actions. Is that better than a case switch? I need to work on my hammy mobility. Yeah, me too. Did Pilates consistent for a year? That's I have never done Pilates. Maybe someday. Still couldn't touch my toes by the end of it. Oh. Yeah, I need. I mean, it's good that people that like yourself redeem that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't. I would never stretch my hammies. I think if I didn't get told by others to do it. um. So if I were to do a case switch statement, what I'm putting into every if, right, is getting the distance between. Well, okay, so this is calculated, right? It's a position. We're calculating the distance between point A and B. I don't think that would work with a case switch, right? Because it's not a single value that we're trying to match. We're calculating a different value for every position. So I think it does have to be a bunch of if thens. I think I wasn't crazy when I initially did this. Um, what is a little bit crazy though, right, is I could generic. I don't have to do it. I don't have to have it repeated 9 times. I think I had just asked ChatGPT to do it, so it was, or not ChatGPT. I asked Cursor to do it, so it's a little bit easier. But I did have to check its work. But what I could do, right, is make a new function, make a helper function, and then just for every row and column. I mean, I'm like, I think when I initially did this, I was not comfortable with creating. I think, okay, I think as evidenced by both of these functions not having, actually no, this does take in an input. I don't know why I didn't figure this out earlier. Why did I do this for all 9? I guess I probably didn't think I could build this string. So I think what I can do, right, is create a function for this. Vector get distance. What would I do? So I mean, okay, so I would do. I would do. I guess I don't know how to break. If so, I would do a for. I would iterate over every row and column, right? I have a nested for loop. But then I don't know how to, in the Stormgate triggers, how to break out of the for loop. I think it's possible. There is a break, but is the word for exiting a for function, is the keyword break, or is it? It's not continue. Continue would be, that would just iterate. I think it's probably break. I would probably try to break equals code smell. What do you mean by that, JV post? I'm unfamiliar with. I've heard code smell. I actually just don't know what it means though. I guess I could look it up. Code smell. A deeper problem exists, though it is not a bug itself, and the code may still function correctly. Oh, so you're saying it's bad practice. Is it like a vibe of bad code? Interesting. But so I think it's I don't know. I don't dislike it's a feeling you get. I think it can lead to bad things, but I think it's valid in like small chunks, right? And like if I know, like, essentially what I'm doing. I mean, this is what I'm doing here, right? I'm doing skip remaining. I'm returning early if uh if I find a position that's close. And maybe there's a better. I can't think of a better way. It's definitely valid if it's very clear. Gotcha. It just makes it hard to read. Uh, that's fair. I think for very small small cases like this, like because it's you know with the goal of optimization, right? I don't actually have to iterate over every point. I'm done as soon as I find the first point. Um, right. So if I want to help her functionize this, um, it would take in a position, and it would take in another position. It would take in two positions. Is this even? I don't even know if that's better though. I guess it would be for every. I guess it's better in the sense that I don't think I need to create another. I don't think I need to create another function for this because like get distance exists. I think really I just need to uh for wait, what did I do for where's the logic for um there's somewhere where I'm using like I do have a nested I have the double nested for loop, but I don't know where. Ah, it's probably this. Right, it is this. Why am I looking at this? Oh, I was trying to figure out the syntax for this. Uh, so it's general for each integer. Yeah, we're gonna essentially do the same thing as this. I don't need. Don't need that. And what I would do, right, is set these. I'm trying to put my I'm trying to put my local vars up at the top. And then I would iterate over this to essentially do this. And then I don't have to do this repeat for all 9 nonsense. Right, but it wouldn't be 0, 0. It would be let's what did I do here? I'm gonna have to build this. I think it's gonna be exactly like this, almost. Place name of position is gonna be player number string, so that's player number, and then this is getting difficult to read. So this would be staging position. It's going to be staging position. It's going to be what, row and column. I think that makes sense, right? We're essentially building player triggering player, so player one, staging position, and then row column. And that's the name of the position. So we then feel like I could probably put something here that says um G, just put an example of this. It should be like player one and position one. Because that's the name of the hand position here. Yeah, player one, yep. Uh, this is actually going to be staging. Oops. Staging position 0, 0. Yep. So we have get distance between. Well, this should actually be get position. How should I do this? I guess I can do. Do this. All right, where's the close parenthesis on this? It disappeared. Or maybe I was missing it to begin with. I might have been missing it to begin with. On the close parenthesis on get vector distance, I think has been missing. Yeah, it was missing. So essentially that get distance less than 3, get position of this string. The distance should be less than 3, and then if it is, then we well, I have this coded to 3, but I guess this should actually be in here because that's where it gets used. There's nowhere else that uses it, right? Yeah, that's fine. This is a pain in the ass to read. So I think actually we're gonna create another variable here called roll call. And that's gonna equal string concat of just roll call. And then we're gonna replace that with roll call. So then we can use that here. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So we're essentially iterating over all 9 positions like that. And that's what that is. What was the name of this function? Create battle units for player. Did I? Where is this? It's this one. One of the things we're gonna have to verify just via trial and error is whether skip remaining actions, because what this does, what this compiles into is return. Is that okay for, or I'm gonna verify whether, I mean, by trial and error, whether this is okay just to return out of the for each instead of breaking. I mean, there's nothing else that we're doing in this function, so I think this should be okay. I think returning should be okay instead of breaking. I also don't know if breaking, I don't remember. I also, well, don't remember and don't know if it's different in Stormgate triggers. Whether breaking would break out of one for each or all of them. But I guess it doesn't really matter if we just return. I feel like it just breaks. Hypothetically, I feel like break would just break out of one of them, and then we'd have an issue of we need to break out of all of it. So this is probably why it's a bad code smell, or just not bad code smell, just a code smell. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're gonna replace these 9 if-then statements that I have here with the for each. Well, let's create these variables first. So player number string we have somewhere in the hand logic. Is it here at the bottom? Player number string, all right. It's going to be literally the exact same here. It's this function setting that variable to it. What we could do is create another trigger that just does this, is player number as string, and then it fills this value by running the trigger. Wait. No, we couldn't. Could we? I don't think we could, because the trigger doesn't return anything. So it would have to be set. Yeah, no, never mind. Because also, never mind. Also because it has to do it. Well, no, I don't think so. Yeah, because like we could execute this in another trigger, but we wouldn't get the value. Like string concat actually returns something. We could execute a function. Well, I guess what we could do is run the function up here and then set the value to it, and that would work. But I think that's more effort than it's worth at this point. I think we're gonna need this one as well. We shouldn't need position number as string because it's actually just roll call, I think. And then the other variables that we want here are the roll call. And yeah, so roll and call. I don't actually have to set these to 0 because the 4 sets it to 0. Does it really matter? I don't think it matters. I could remove it. It would reduce like some lines, but I think it's such a minuscule impact on performance that it does not matter, I think. And it's easier. I mean, it serves. I guess the purpose it serves is I get to see that this is an integer, but it doesn't matter. All right. So we have player number is string. We have that variable. And I didn't change anything about it, right? It should just be the owning player triggering unit as a string. Yeah. Triggering unit position was already here. Wait, no, this one. No, sorry, this one. It's already open. Position, triggering unit. And then we have row and column. I put it in the wrong spot, but whatever. Wrong spot as in like it's not in order, but I can move it. I should move it. Okay, row, column. Place name of position gets set over here. Oh, and I need to define a variable for row call. That's just going to be a string. I don't know if I need to, when we're concating something, I don't know if does it need to be a string? Oh, there's my timer. I need to put my laundry in the dryer and I will come back. But I'm going to highlight this to try to remember what I was doing. All right. Um. All right. So, what we're doing was figuring out, does string concat need to have strings passed into it? Whoops. It doesn't look like it. It looks like I can, in Stormgate world, it looks like I can, I think as normal, concat things that are not strings. Because it doesn't specify a type here. It's my guess. All right, so we have rel call as a string. And then we set this thing, place name of position to, we've built this string here. It's player number, stage and position plus roll call. And then if the distance between the triggering unit position, which is calculated, here. All right, so this is the position. The distance between that position and this position is less than acceptable distance. Well, it's kind of weird that I'm saying less than acceptable distance, because then it kind of implies that it's unacceptable, but it is within the acceptable distance. I don't have to. I had set. I was kind of saying set in previous iterations of my pseudocode. So we then set this to row column. So, right. So that is our pseudocode. We're going to grab the for each from this function here. This is the chat message. I'm going to keep one of these things. Well, yeah, we'll keep this first one so that we have the distance function, the distance calculation. And so following this, right, we have for each row, for each row from 0 to 2, we again have for each column from 0 to 2. We're going to want to do actions, right? We're going to, one of them will be, we'll be setting the variable. I don't think we're gonna need any trigger runs, so I think I can just get rid of this. So the first variable we're gonna set is row call to string concat. Oh, we have a string concat here. Wow, it's Game Friend 10 content. Stormgate is saved. Thank you, thanks. Where's the thanks content? I haven't seen. Maybe I'm just not awake at the right time for thanks editor content or gaming content. It's been a while. Same here. But we conveniently have this string concat here. So let's grab this function. Instead of getting the value right, it's going to be just the string concat. I think that's how that works. Setting this value to roll call. I only stream when the Twitch category is really desperate. Selfless streamer. When Stormgate needs saving, thanks is there. All right, so we set the variable roll call to row and column. That's our first function. We're also going to copy this and essentially do the same thing. Another string concat here. It's going to set this variable, place name position, finish quick before they close the servers. I know it's going to be so sad if I don't even finish this before the servers go down. Like my cope is right that I have all the like logic for if I wanted to make this into if I wanted to make an actual game, like I do have like the logic, but I realistically would not probably do this. Make it into a standalone non-Stormgate game, but the logic is kind of figured out if I wanted to. Hello, hiya. Hello, thanks. I don't know if I said hello, thanks. I think I just kind of read your messages, but yeah. I guess maybe triggers follow the same formatting as any UE5 trigger functionality. I haven't used UE5, so I don't know. That cat says hello is saying your message. Hello. Yeah, I've used Unity. And that's just C# code. So I don't know how triggers work in UE5. But coding would definitely be easier here if I could use a real coding language instead of being restricted to these triggers. Let's see. What am I doing here? Setting the variable to string concat of player number is string plus I need a string here. Let me look at this one. Is it somewhere I'm putting a string? Okay. This I'm watching you. So instead of just the underscore, it's going to be underscore staging position. Where's the Haya stream? Is Haya still playing the game? Haya's number 1, isn't he? Let's see. Or is 999 ping number 1? Need a patch is number 1 now. Hey, who's number 11? Who is this? What is it? It's is this like someone who hates MSRM clearly? Because look at that lowercase f. Lowercase f suspect. We need a game friend. We only need a game friend stream. Oh my goodness. Suspect it's J. Who was this? I don't know what the name was before. Prime suspect would 100% be J though. Who else could it be? It could also be Reflash. What happened to Reflash? Where did he go? Refresh? Is HYY 1 and 2? I guess so. And the Infernal and HYY is everybody. Van Yoru? What is Van Yoru? Are you saying need a patch is Van Yoru? I think need a patch is Refresh. He got so bored that he wanted spots 1 through 6. Does Need a Patch have a Celestial? It does have Celestial games. Holy. That's crazy. He has spots 1 through 6 except for number 2. But Celestial too hard, I guess. Where's 67? I assume I need a patch as HRY. Cap. But is HYY the van version of Yoru? Why do you say that? How does that work? I'm offended. Yeah. I don't even know what that like implies. Like, does HRY play with like no sound as Vanguard? I'm so mad right now. Just because Turlaw said that you're the van version, I only have 2 accounts this time. Oh my goodness. Oh, that. Oh. No, we're just an Infernal Patch. You're trying to take all the top spots on the leaderboard. God. Dude, you guys are gonna get that hate redditor who is calling out Grimmy for having more than 1 account. God, that guy's a piece of work. That guy made me upset. Yours like 15 accounts up there. Oh my god. HR Fred, there's gonna be a Reddit post calling him out. I don't know, dude. Of all people, Grimmy is the least deserving, right? Of being called out for that. Like, he's just playing the game. Like, that made me so upset. And then I see Grimmy playing Stormgate and not streaming. I'm like, oh my god! I messaged Grimmy. I was like, why aren't you streaming? I hate that Reddit guy. How dare Grimmy make smurfs after sitting in queue for 20 minutes? I know. How dare. I checked Grimmy's match history on that day and it was like 90% people trying to snipe him. I love Stormgate. Hell yeah, Rusty Shacky. I do too. Sometimes. Back to this, right? We've now set this variable. All times. I'm sorry, Rusty Shacky. I love Stormgate. All times. And then we're gonna pull this if then, right? We're gonna extract this and place this in here. We're gonna move it somewhere else. Hey, is this map done yet? No. HIY was telling me earlier too. Hey, you better finish quick before the servers go down. That's my goal. I don't even go on Reddit anymore. It's not since college. I definitely actually, I think I've gone back to my college levels of Reddit usage. I was using Reddit a lot in college, and then I think I added the whatchamacallit, the iPhone time limit thing, and weaned myself off of Reddit. But now I'm kind of resuming my phone usage. Like I'm scrolling all the fucking time. I'm using Reddit all the time. I'm using. I need to like wean myself off of that. Bayo posted this video like 3 weeks ago. I know, Rusty. I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can. Reddit is definitely college coded. Yeah, I got called out here. Oh god, what did they do for signing up? This is this is 100% not true, but but okay. Uh, it, am I missing? Am I missing? Am I missing comments here? Why did you get called out? Well, he didn't call me out directly. He was mad at people for signing up. Oh, I was like, how dare you call out HYY? I was gonna kill him. I was, um, I need to be careful about pulling up Reddit like that. Need to play more Stormgate instead. Yeah, less. I need honestly, like dude, I feel like all my time. I feel like I don't have time to play Stormgate and like work on the map because all I spend every day scrolling and working. They'd make more money just streaming themselves playing the community. Someone wants HOI to stream more. Yeah, okay, that was the call out for HOI. Come on, HOI, you gotta stream more. Sarah should stream Stormgate. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be interested in watching. Hitting let's see, fastest downvote in the West. HOI is four of the top players, right? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Wait, I missed something. I read the message and then where did it go? People keep telling me to download the TikTok. I would not suggest it. I would, I, I wouldn't suggest getting into the black hole of scrolling. But I think if you have reels and shorts, you're already in there. So it's like, what's one more app, right? I don't know. Scroll JSON instead. Gosh, but that requires thinking, which is what I'm doing now. But like my brain does get fried. It reaches points of getting fried. But get the Grimmy call out after sitting in queue. Yeah, you did it. It would end your life if you got TikTok. Just be consumed by short form social media. Actually, TikToks have like 5 minute videos on there, but I don't think I've ever watched the entire long form TikToks. Um, I wish I had more time to play Stormgate. This is a relatable Rusty Shacky. Imagine if HYY's third Smurf was called Yori. Turlout, why are you convinced that HYY is like is everybody on the ladder? I think HYY is top 500, like 500 of the top 500. Um, I'd ladder more if they changed the maps. Aren't they supposed to? I think like every Tuesday shows up. I'm like, aren't they going to? Aren't they gonna put in the new maps? I guess they just don't have the manpower to do it. Like I don't even know like who still works there. Poor Tim Morton. Poor Tim Horton's got kidney stones. Like poor guy. TikTok is poison, right? I think I'm smoking a healthier addiction, God. Probably would use up less time to smoke. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Probably a potentially equivalent amount of time. Should be a 2-day job to get the maps in. It's been 3 months and nothing. How has it been 3 months since we've had the editor? We've had the editor since July 5th, right? Or was that when I started? July 5th might have been when I started my map. July, August. No, I think I started my map end of July. So I think we've had the editor since like July 5th ish. Which means, yeah, almost 3 months. Monk. I don't think Monk is there anymore, right? I think he's actually just straight up gone. HOY is Dale Cooper. Turla is dopamine. Hey, Monk, it's Tuesday again. It's time for a new patch, please. It's true. Yeah, it's too late now. Tim manually adding the maps himself now. Poor guy. So much to walk by the studio. Almost 3 months since they released Stargates. Do they even have the studio? I assumed that they would like stop paying for the studio long ago because I thought they were remote. I'll mail the triggers to them. SCT janitor versus Frost Giant who could add maps faster. God. I really hope that they open source things, but what is the likelihood of that, right? Monk is there. Rumor he left though. Like Monk is at the studio, but he's not part of the company. Is that what you mean? They moved to a smaller studio with a platinum climbing wall. I was saying on stream when we, what day was it? It was the Novea Cup, or maybe it was the night before. I think it was during Novea Cup. I was telling Matarita on stream. I was like, my hands, I ripped them open from climbing. Call me a Frost Giant employee, and then I was playing the Novea Cup with like, well, my hand wasn't actually ripped open. It was like dead skin was hanging off, but it was dead skin, right? You know, that's they'd have to open source their engine too, which yeah, I think they would have to, right? Because there's no point in open sourcing like what the models and like how would we would need some way to access the engine. Oh, I see. You're saying that the rumors that Monk is gone, but they actually said in the AMA he's still there. But wasn't the AMA a while ago? Was there an AMA after they announced layoffs? Like I feel like the layoffs were after the AMA, or I don't remember what the timeline was, so I could be completely wrong. Tim should just give you Frost Giant Studios, Mr. Rusty Shackleford. AMA was a Necrolite release, I think. Yeah, I somewhat recall it being like on a Friday, either the Friday before or the Friday after the release. I didn't ask anything in it though. Dude, I feel terrible, but I need to stay up until 1 because I'm steeping some honey or some honey lavender for some honey lavender ice cream. Um, and it needs to be a minimum of 4 hours. So then I can pour it into the ice cream mixture and actually get that to freeze overnight. They probably didn't have the full sales by then. Yeah. Honey lavender ice cream. What? Yeah. I've never made it before. Yeah, I actually I mean, I don't feel like I'm gonna die, but I don't feel good. I'll see how I might take a sick day depending on how I feel when I wake up tomorrow. What am I doing here? So right, so I moved in the if then into here. Personally, I just keep everyone working on the game and not have any layoffs. Personally, I would just print some money. Personally, I would just finish the game. Personally, I would just make the game better. So we are comparing A. We're getting the distance from point A to point B, which is the position of point from place name, which is now supposed to be place name of position instead of this hard-coded point name. And we are checking that this distance is less than the acceptable distance. That it is an acceptable distance. And if this is true, then we perform. Wait, what? All right. So if true, then perform set variable to a variable called row call because we've set this variable here. Then after that, then we do return. We do this cool skip remaining actions, and that should just work, right? Because we're geniuses. Personally, I'd get 10 million people to buy the game. That makes sense to me. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. Game lowercase friend would just fire one of his butlers and use that to pay to fund Frost Giant Studios. That makes sense to me. Assuming that game lowercase friend is JXP. If you look at the ladder, it's definitely JXP, right? And he has a lot of butlers, and he has a lot of caviar, and he puts it all on red when he goes to Vegas. You can criticize GF all you want, but he pays his staff well. All 50 of them. Get 100 million people to invest $1. That makes sense to me. And you know what also makes sense to me is getting 1,000 people online or actually, not even getting them online, getting 1,000 people to give a thumbs up to a tournament post. That's a high hope. I can appreciate the sentiment, but I feel like that's never happening. 1,000 reacts on a post in the Stormgate Discord. What if we just sell one DLC for $10 million? Odds are someone will buy it. Tim going to an investor. Look at this Discord post. Guys, look at this. Look at all these reacts. This is does this make you want to give me $100 million? These are better than money. Yeah, I know this is showing interest in giving infinite money because we're a live service game and we have infinite content to sell to these 1,000 reactors. Okay, so we created this function, right? And we want to use this function. Oh shit, I didn't want to close that. Oh, we can Control Shift T works in cursor, FYI. Did not know that. We're gonna replace this. So we actually need to go to the staging core birth trigger here. And actually replace that function. What is the name of the function? Let me undo this. To redo that and to rename the function. And remove that. And there's nothing we need to pass into the function. It has the return value, which is the same return value as this guy. All right. Yeah. So we're going to delete this. And then we're actually going to delete the function as well because we don't need that. It's not a hand position. What is it? It's a staging position. All right, it's under this one. Maybe before deleting it, I should have checked that it worked. But we are 100% confident that this works. It has 10 thumbs up right now. Incredible. We're 1/100th of the way there. We've almost saved Stormgate, fellas. What did I do? Okay, I think to test what I actually did. What was the point of this? Right. So I genericized this so now it should work for every player. Cuz I think what I had before, right? I think I was testing this yesterday when I was in player slot 2, it didn't work. So I think the point of what we did in the past 80 minutes was to make this able to be played by more than one person. Because now when we buy stuff, it goes here. And the issue was when I placed it here, I think it like spawned over here, maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember what the status of this was yesterday. Hey, I have an idea. What if we have 2,500 to spend on tournament prize pools and we just spend it on a weird... Dude, Rusty Shacky, you are firing shots. Shots that I fully agree with. They could have at least stretched out. Yeah. Yeah, at minimum, like stretch it out. If it's like I would always prefer it to be an open tournament. But if it's not an open tournament, why was there so much on like a day 1 tournament? I'm so glad Winter is still here to help support the community too. Is that am I missing the sarcasm? Isn't he I know like he did a lot the first couple days. That was pretty big of Big Winter, but like a /s, okay. I mean, he did like multiple 12-hour streams of the of Stormgate. So like I think that's pretty good. And I think he said he wasn't being paid. I remember. I think what I did here, I remember why I did this. I think when I sold something, it sold the when I did this, okay, it sold the morph core, but it didn't sell the units beneath it. That's what I've resolved by doing what I did. Okay, well, that's that. Bayo could have hosted a qualifier and weekend tournament with that. He could have hosted. He could have hosted multiple qualifier and weekend tournaments, as you astutely pointed out, or somebody pointed out. No, HYY pointed out. Sorry, I need to give credit where credit is due. Did they pay Up a Tree and Jason to play 100 games each? Newberg, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Did they? I would be very sad if they paid Up a Tree and Jason to play games. Because Winter said he didn't get paid, right? Winter streamed it all for free, but he did not need the $2,000 to do so. That $2,000 got him like no additional viewers. Was that the tournament? That was the show match, right? It was the day one show match, and then Bayo had day two or whatever. The 2000 open tourney would have been crazy with multiple qualifiers. Frost cooking as always. Yeah, honestly, 2000 is a lot for an open tourney, right? Like the EGC one was what 10,000. That's a lot of money. That got like what, over 256 people to play. I guess that was at a time when like hype was like pretty hype was like people were still thinking like the game was going to be good. Uppertree and Jason did it on their own. Fair enough. The show match. If Bale got that money, we could have stretched a lot with donations too. Yeah. What? Wait. So if I look at Liquipedia, who won the show match? Because I think I like did not pay attention. I mean, well, also I think it was during work hours, so I think I just did not pay attention to it. Was it this one? No, this is Bayo's. Is patch day number 4? No. Is it on here? This one was sponsored by Frost Giant. Well, 125 across the board. It didn't matter who won or lost. I guess that's fair. Hello, Styly. Привет, привет. I don't understand Wikipedia. How do I just want to see a list of all tournaments. Like why is it like I want to see a chronological list of tournaments. I don't want to have to like look through the I guess the issue with that, or I guess this is only an issue because of how small Stormgate is. It would be more of an issue. It'd be like if there were a ton of like B tournament, or not B tier, like lower level tournaments, then it would clog out the other tournaments. But where's the $2,000 one? Was that maybe there was no Wikipedia page for this one? Wait, was there $1,600 for the qualifiers? No. Okay, it just randomly says 1,600 as the prize pool. Even a bigger waste of money? What? Oh, that they split the up for the patch day one? I don't know where the fuck it went. This one? I mean, it's for bragging rights, I guess. I remember when tournaments used to have players in them playing games. Me too, Riglitty. I'm like, who the fuck is Exo Striker? This person has a page. Who is this? Does HYY have a page yet? When are you gonna get your page, HYY? We have to have enough Stormgate's gotta stay alive long enough for HYY to get his page. Is this just broken now? Is it wait? Scam? What the fuck? I don't have a page. What do you? Where's okay? What's the fastest way to figure this out? No, yeah, no, you don't have a page. Sorry, I missed a couple chats. Senti is too busy with SGBA to update Wikipedia legitimately. His account level 0. He hasn't even played games. He's an editor more than I am. That's yeah, respect to Mr. Senti. But yeah, I think there was somebody who somebody else did the Wikipedia for. I mean, Senti's a goat for doing all the Wikipedia stuff, like mostly. But there was for Droptimus's turn of it. Somebody put my name in wrong, so I don't get the credit for that turn of it. Should I just search for it? Droptimus. Drops. It's called Drops. Yeah, look, my name is right. they put up the Wikipedia page, but they like didn't finish it. Senti is editor made. He's updated 2 to 3 tournaments since the patch when people ask him to. Gotcha. No patch notes are updated Wikipedia. Yeah, that's fair. Grimmy, no page? Really? Wait. What page was I looking at? I think the notability checker might be broken. It didn't used to say this before. Module opponent libraries. What the fuck does that mean? Why is there opponent? Oh, I guess to figure out your victor, whether you won or lost a game, you need to know who the opponent was. Maybe. HY and Grimmy are too abusive to have pages. Need to be at least B tier players to get a page and to be B tier. Making those Argents came back to bite me. you've been blacklisted from having a page. They spelled JXP123 wrong. What on Droptimus's? I'm sure it's somewhere they did the J's name wrong. Somebody. Well, get good. Rank number 11. Game friend with lowercase f. This is the guy who's on the ladder. This game friend, the lowercase f. We can make a Grimmy page. We know his first name thanks to Stylu. Really? I don't know it, but I don't need to go around doxing Grimmy though. But I'm very curious. I guess it doesn't really. I'm not that curious. I'm curious, but I don't need to know. Stylu always comes into his stream and says it says his first name. Greet him with his first name. Grimston. Privet, the Grimston. What was I gonna do? Wait, how do I don't even know how to contribute to the Wikipedia. Maybe one day, maybe one day when Storm gets dead, I'll come back and I'll make pages for. I'll fix this Lua thing. I don't know what the fuck is the problem here. But I'll fix this and I'll give Grimmy and HRY their page as they deserve. His name is Grimbo McGrimberson. Le Grimler Poggers. You gotta make an account for Wikipedia and you can start contributing. Yeah. Well, I mean, when the servers are dead, right? Then I won't be able to continue work on my map. So I won't be able to play the game either, so that probably is probably a good time to update the Wikipedia. But would the Wikipedia even exist anymore? Isn't this unpathable ground? Oh, oh, it is unpathable. I just can't see it because of the because of my stupid tile set that I've picked. But let's see. I need to go across and trace everything. Did I do the top of these boxes? I'm just gonna do this not dumb stuff. I don't wanna be rude to the mappers out there like Mapperino, and I'm gonna do this easy stuff while so I can chat. Going to miss these small chats when Stormgate takes off and your stream has thousands of chatters. I know. Yeah, when when the millions of fans that are out there. Oh shit! When the millions of fans are ready to put their $1 each in the Stormgate. God damn it. Oh, excuse me. How did Senti become the editor? How did like who is the first Wikipedia person to like if you need somebody to approve. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. Out of nowhere. Tons of pollen flying into my room, I guess. When the world realizes how good the game is, true facts. Rusty Shacky always has words of wisdom. God bless you. How do I say thank you in Russian? Like Danka? Win Stormgate Auto Battler tournament. Well, currently it's co-op. It's gonna be PvE. So, I mean the tournament aspect of it's gonna be some time some ways away. But Siema or is it Shema? Like is it a SH sound? Mr. Snackstar? Hello, hello. Oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare. I should maybe change the texture to be able to see this. But maybe I'll just do one square at a time. No SH, just S. Okay, Siema. I shouldn't be tracing the middle there. I should just increase the brush size. Oh, yeah, I can't. Brush size too big. Can I do 0.5? Nope. Okay, I guess I will do this the dumb way then. Oh my god, the arc ship's in the way. What's the deadline for this? It's got to be by next Tuesday. If they shut down SG, it's going to be on a Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deadline for this is. I've got like a decently busy weekend, but I should have some time to work on this. Let's see, because I gotta play my. So I'm filling in for Wallace. Filling in for Wallace and Little Mac. Wallace had something. I don't know. I didn't hear it from him. I heard a rumor from JXP, who he's He's full of rumors, that guy. Um, I heard that something's wrong with Wallace's monitor. And so I've replaced him in Little Mac. So I'll be playing against Mr. Refresh himself. Um, I think we scheduled for Saturday, 6 Pacific. 6 p.m. Pacific. Um, and then we have dropped. Well, before that, we have dropped this tournament on Saturday. Um, Friday, I'm hanging out with a friend, so I won't be streaming Friday. Um, so probably stream a lot Saturday, and then probably in between I'll work on the editor maybe, or maybe I'll be, I don't know. Sunday. Well, it's Labor Day this week, so I'll stream all day Monday. Wait, but Sunday I do have something. Okay, so I will stream Saturday and Monday. I think is my plan. So I'll get a ton of work done on this map Monday. And then Stormgate will shut down on Tuesday. Perfect. No, yeah, don't take that as seriousness. I have to get one more patch in them. Yeah, I hope that they get 3v3 out. Like that's probably what they're like. I don't, even if it's in like a terrible position, it's probably worth just trying and releasing what they have. Because they worked on it, right? They made changes from what I've heard. He has a broken monitor. JXP Gossip Queen. You're my hero, Game Friend 10. That's you, just 5,555. You are my hero. ABG's on Fridays. Nah, my buddy is crashing at my place because he's got a thing the following day. So no ABGs. Stormgate on Saturdays. ABG's part 2 on Sundays. What am I doing Sunday? Celebrating a birthday. No ABGs there though. About that ledge, my friend. Understand. All right. I think we've painted the top left, and we're not gonna know if we missed anything until somebody finds a hole in there. That's okay. Whoa, ABG party. No, birthday party with 0 ABGs. Gosh, silly ABGYY. I don't think PvP 3x3 is a promising project. Only team 2v2 on special edited maps. I think I disagree, but and it's also kind of like they're not mutually exclusive. Frost Giants doing their 3v3, and we've got, the community could be doing 2v2 stuff, but we would need some sort of ladder for 2v2 stuff. I haven't actually played 2v2 Stormgates yet. I know it's possible. I know Big Thanks made things possible. At least I think, right? Actually, wait, I have played 2v2. I helped Thanks test it. I was a player in one of those lobbies. Hmm. You know, instead of tracing the square, would it make more sense to would it make more sense to just do the entire thing here and then erase it? How come nobody told me I'm an idiot? Maybe they just wanted to chat more. Oh, this is so much faster. It's not quite like I think it's not quite the same size, but yeah, like the edges are kind of getting cut off here. I can make this a little bit bigger. We should do another 2v2 tournament. We have new maps now. Uh, we do? Oh, there's Guillotine's map with the long corridor down the middle. I know that. I and then you have you put Stormgates in the old 2v2 maps. I think Straight Brutality is one or two. I don't remember what Straight Brutality is. I'm just gonna paint this entire thing, this entire area. This whole area needs to go. Oh wait, is that a perfect square? Is that all I need there? Excellent. Number 29. And then we're gonna go to 4 to erase this. Oh, Straight Brutality is a person. I forgot. he's the person also working on the MOBA, right? The SGBA. Did train for Seti's MOBA. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I know one is the Lagoon one. Echoes of the Ancients 2v2. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen either of those. But yeah, we could have a 2v2 tournament. I would play. I think is what I would say. Maybe too many trees for 2v2. End of life 2v2 tourney. Yeah, the final 2v2 countdown. End of service 2v2 tourney. Gotcha. Too many trees, maybe. What happened to your 3v3 map? Thanks. I feel I'm pretty sure I asked about this before. I don't remember what your answer was though. I think are you just working on SGBA? On SOBA as I would like to call it. Or Soda, Stormgate Online Death Arena, I think is what Map Arena called it. I'm just realizing now, I think I need to add air blockers too, because when I get air units, they're just gonna fly away. But that's a problem. That's a problem that will be very apparent that I can fix later. I don't know why I just thought of this. When just 5,555 said, "You're my hero," I'm thinking of a I should have replied with the mega mind. Uh, no, you random citizen or whatever he says. I don't even know. I don't remember what the line is. I don't know. I guess other things have come up. Do we have 6 people playing Stormgate? Not sure there's enough player base for a 3v3. No need for the map, but we don't even have like a single 3v3 map, like right? Like surely you can get some clickbait with a we played the first you would confuse all the people who would like who are looking for the act for like Stormgate's official 3v3 mode, mayhem or whatever. And I love you, random citizen. Thank you, thank you. Game frame. Do you know how to take a vertical screenshot of a map? I couldn't find a way to render the mini map as HD. I think what people do is they just zoom out really far. But I mean, obviously, this is not a very high definition um, uh, high definition rendition. What the hell is this? Is this just a cliff? I guess it was just part of the world that I didn't cut out, I guess. Megamind underrated, honestly. I mean, I think it's becoming like accurately rated. I say becoming, but like I think like I've seen like video essays on it, and like I think it's a Megamind's a good one for sure. All right, let's bring this in here. Okay, so we've done a few things today. We've genericized our function here, and then we moved, and then we added blocking for all the locations. We're gonna change these back to humans. So I'm back in player slot 1. I don't think there's anything else I need to, well, I would test or check this by going to player. I have a lot of places where I had it like hard coded to player 1. This is one of them, apparently. No, it's not. Never mind. This is player 2, 3, 4. This is player 1. Oh, but it's a variable, so it gets overridden. I think I just want to search for this specifically. Player. Oh, but it includes all the spaces. Okay, what if I just search for value 1? That doesn't work either, because that just gives me integers. I guess I could ask Cursor to search all my files. It's probably faster to look for type player. And that one's okay. That one's okay. What is this? This is the enemy. That's okay to be hard coded. That's okay. What is this? Hardcore spawn units. I don't remember what this function is for. It's probably deletable. Okay, let's open that. Let's close everything. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine because we're going through players 1 through 4. Gravity. Gravity. Okay, so this is the only one that we're concerned about. Are we using this anywhere? We're not. I'm just going to delete this. I think searching for that. Well, yeah, I think we stopped using this. I think we were using it like as an example, but I think we're no longer using it because I genericized the spawning function. Gravity. Where did the file go? It's right here. I'll delete it. It's always in Git anyway. Okay, so we've bug fixed all the hard-coded player ones. That was on my to-do list. The next thing on my to-do list is kind of weird. I thought my to-do list looked different. I think I forgot to save at some point. I don't think I can get started on another thing today. It's just about one. And I think I'm going to, I mean, yeah, one is when my honey lavender is done steeping. One of the other questions that I've been considering is it worth laddering? Like, am I even able to ladder? Are there people on the ladder to practice for refresh? So one is, are there people on the ladder, and two, is it possible to even beat refresh? Let me look at Steam or Stormgate Steam player count. Oh wow, we're pretty low. Just demand custom maps. What, does refresh not play custom maps? I guess because he's the ladder king, right? 91. Wow, we're down pretty bad. I kind of want to play on like Edge of Oblivion though, just to like to make the prism pool hit earlier. But I guess I'd also worry about hogs just killing me. Anyways, I think I'm probably gonna head to bed. Um, and I'll commit this off stream. Pull them all, pull the boys. These guys. I made a new emote. I say made, but like I'm a fake. I'm a tracer kind of guy. I'm a. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for keeping me company. Always a good time to chat with you guys. Good night. Good night. Let's see. Will I be back tomorrow? Let me check my calendar. Definitely Saturday. Definitely Monday. Tomorrow, if I were on, it would be at about the same time. It would be pretty late and only for like 2 hours. So maybe, but not likely. I might just go to sleep early tomorrow. But thank you. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye.